I present to you the LifeCard. Gimmick or ultimate covert concealed carry gun? We're gonna find out. More accurate than it looks. Welcome back to Sawtooth Tactical. I've got a gun in my front shirt pocket. This is the LifeCard. It's a 22 long rifle, and if I can remember how to do this, it is a gun. Now, is this the ultimate concealed carry covert little pistol, or is it just a gimmick? Well, we're going to try to find out in this video. One thing I can tell you, it definitely works. So please subscribe to the channel, please hit that bell notification, and let's talk about the LifeCard. So this LifeCard is pretty cool. It's a single shot 22 long rifle. You load the shot one at a time. It actually holds 3 more rounds in here. Cock the hammer, or the bolt, I guess. And there it is. Unloading it is the only hard part. But there you go. Kind of cool. Let's shoot another. Little tedious loading one round at a time when you're used to semi-automatics, but the sights are just that little groove. I thought my SIG P365 was a small pistol, but compared to this is literally the size of a credit card, and I'm going to show you in a minute when we go up close. But it's a very interesting pistol. This was loaned to me by my good friend Ryan. Thank you, Ryan. Really appreciate it. For testing and evaluation to make a video about. And so here we are. As you can see, it opens up to be a real pistol. It's a single shot, 22 long rifle. You load a shot in there. Pull that back. And it shoots a shot of 22. It's very interesting. The sights are not the best. Is this something that is useful for self-defense? Or is it just kind of a fun toy at the range? Something that's a conversation starter? I don't know, but let's take a look at it real quick and we'll see what you guys think. So I've kind of been falling in love with 22 long rifle lately. Got a revolver. A friend of mine, Ryan, loaned me this LifeCard. And 22 is just kind of fun. LifeCard. So this thing easily fits in your pocket. It's about the size of a credit card. So it can be extremely covert. And while 22 isn't the most capable round, and it is only a single shot gun, sometimes a single shot might be all you need to protect yourself. And if you can't carry something bigger, something more capable, well, this might not be a bad way to go. And I'm sure with practice, you can get better at loading it faster. So here it is in all of its glory. It's the only gun I've ever seen that could fit in a box this size. Open it up, and here's your LifeCard. It also comes with a lock and a shell that shows that it's been test fired. Behind that, you get a manual and a sticker. Not bad packaging at all. And take a look at this thing. It literally is the size of a credit card, which is, it's just ridiculous. It's that tiny. You can fit it in any pocket. So I'm not sure I would carry this as a primary, self-defense concealed carry gun, but maybe as a backup, not a bad idea. So as these tabs, you pull on that and that opens up, and here you have your handle, your trigger. This is like a charging handle basically to your slide or your bolt. These other tabs open the breech here, and it takes 22 long rifle in single shot kind of capacity here. So you just load a single round in here and it closes. Now I'm not going to do this with a live round in my studio here, but basically once you close the breech, cock that, and you're ready to fire. 22 rim fire, you don't really want to dry fire it, so that's why I let it down slowly, but the trigger is not terrible. It's basically single action. And then here, you actually have a little spot where it'll hold 3 rounds of 22. So technically, you could say it has a capacity of 3 plus 1. Although obviously no real magazine to speak of. But it is definitely interesting. Now, I want to bring your attention to the sights, or lack thereof. You can see there that there is a groove along the top. That is your sight. And from what I found, it shot high. I had to aim fairly low in order to hit the target, and I was not very far away from my target shooting this thing, because I could tell from the very beginning it wasn't going to be the most accurate gun that I'd ever shot. But once I realized, point of aim, point of impact, I was able to hit the target fairly well, and surprisingly well, actually. And the gun was 100% reliable. I put a whole box of 22 through it with no issues whatsoever. Very, very interesting. If you want to break it back down, half cock that, pull that, closes up, and becomes the size of a credit card once more. So you can see my target there. It's probably at about 7 yards. The sights on this thing are just a groove down the middle. They're not the most advanced combat sights in the world. But at a self-defense distance, I do think they're usable. Maybe one-handed's the way to go. Rimfire is kind of fun. It's very low recoil, not a whole lot of noise. And you can build a gun like this in 22 LR. I don't think you could make something like this that would handle 9mm, 45, 10mm, 357 Magnum. Just wouldn't work. And that's kind of the beauty of 22. LifeCard. So one thing I can say about the LifeCard is I did have a lot of fun shooting it. It's kind of a cool concept. It's very interesting just to have a gun this small. You could carry it, like I said, in your shirt pocket, in your pants pocket, whatever. If you're ever in a situation where you can't carry your main concealed carry firearm, or say you're just in a situation where it doesn't make sense to have a real gun with a holster, well, you can put this in just about any pocket. You can have a round loaded up in it, and at least you would have one round of 22 if you needed it. Now, I do think that if you needed more than one round in a defensive situation, that would be difficult. As you can see from the shooting footage I got for this video, I did get better at loading it quicker, but it's not a fast process. It is definitely nowhere near shooting a semi-automatic where you can just keep pulling the trigger for every round, or even just a single action revolver like this where you just have to cock the hammer. For this, you literally, every single round, you have to open that up. First, get the old round out, load it, cock it, and then fire. And then same thing again, get the old round out, load it, close it, cock it, fire. And I'm sure you could get very quick at it, but I think if you're trying to do that under stress, like I said, in a defensive situation, it might end up being a bad day for you. But I don't think these are very expensive. It's definitely fun to shoot. I had my daughter shoot some rounds with it. She liked it. You know, it's 22, so barely any recoil, not super loud or intimidating, even out of a platform this small. And it really is just kind of a cool thing. I think it's very cool that there is even a gun like this. I think it's very interesting. And, you know, it is kind of a cool conversation starter at the range. I'm sure people will want to see what the heck it is you're shooting. Maybe even have a hard time believing that this is an actual firearm, but it is. And they even make these chambered in 22 WMR or 22 Magnum. So you can have one with a little bit more oomph to it. Still a single shotgun, so there is that. But 22 is a fun caliber. It's a fun caliber to shoot. You don't have to take it quite as seriously. You do still have to follow all the rules of gun safety, obviously. 22 will hurt someone, could possibly kill someone. Be careful. It is still a gun, most definitely. So one thing about 22 long rifle is in a semi-automatic platform, a lot of times people have reliability issues, largely due to ammunition. Something like this, where the ammo doesn't have to cycle any action, you do it manually, you don't have to worry about that. And it's going to probably fire just about every round, as it has so far today. That one blew the back out of the target. Works pretty well. One of my favorite things about going shooting, whether it's, you know, with an AR or whatever, or a LifeCard, it's just coming out here. It's beautiful. You have fresh air. And it's a good excuse to get out. I'm definitely getting better at loading it faster. soon as I said that, of course. So the other thing about this is it holds 3 extra rounds inside the gun. I don't know if you can see that, but that's helpful when you run out. I want to thank Ryan again for loaning me this gun. This is very neat. I just think it's cool. Obviously, I love firearms. I love the science that goes behind them. I love all the different design stuff, just the physics and the engineering that goes into firearms. And I think this is a very well engineered product. It doesn't feel cheap. You know, it feels solid for what it is. And it's very unique. So if you're looking for unique firearms, if you collect firearms like I do, this is definitely something worth getting. If you think it's going to be an ultimate concealed carry piece, well, I would maybe go more with something like this. Although this and this, there's a big difference in size, weight, and all that. So if you're just going around in, you know, sweats or basketball shorts or something, hey, something is better than nothing, am I right? So anyway, if you guys enjoyed this video, please subscribe to the channel, like, comment, share, all that. Tell me if you've had a chance to use one of these and what you think of it. And from Sawtooth Tactical, stay strapped or get clapped.